Hey guys, welcome to another one of my tutorial videos with DocuWare. In this video, I thought I'd build something a little bit different, a little bit more fun, and show off some left field capabilities of using make.com with your DocuWare solution. What I'm going to demonstrate is the ability to generate a random 4-digit code, or a PIN code, or whatever you want to call it, and pass that back to a DocuWare filing cabinet for use as a one-time authentication code. To do this, we're going to use a DocuWare workflow, a make webhook, and the make webhook response to get that PIN code out of our request. Step one that I'm going to do is go into my filing cabinet configurations and add a new field called PIN code. Doesn't matter if this is text or integer. To keep it simple, I'm just going to leave it as a text field. So add PIN code in there. Next, I'm going to go to my workflows, create a new workflow, call it get PIN code, run it through my account, and for the sake of the demo, it's going to be the new documents, and the document type equals get PIN. Now the first thing we're going to do in our workflow is call a web service. So I'm going to get the web service, drag it in, give it a name, doesn't really matter what the name is, choose my make.com service from the web service list, go to the request, change the method to post again, under HTTP body. Again, now it doesn't actually matter what we put here because we're not using this information, but we do need to pass this information to make when we make the request. So I'm just going to put doc ID, and I'm just going to map that to the doc ID. Again, it doesn't really matter what we use here, I just have to use something for this service in the demo. Under the root, click the plus again, browse to make, create new scenario, plus, and then I'm going to create a new webhook scenario, custom webhook, add, give it a name, call it the PIN webhook, and click save. Now that's going to pop up and it's going to give me the webhook address. Click copy address to clipboard, go back to my DocuWare workflow, under the root, paste that in. Everything from the / to the left, delete that out. That's now built. Now if I go to the HTTP body, type in a fake doc ID, click send, I'm going to message tell me it's accepted. If I go back to make.com, you'll see I've now got a successfully determined pop-up letting me know that the webhook has been created properly. Next, what we need to do is get make to generate the random number. Click Tools, Set Variable, drag them together so they link up. Give the variable a name, doesn't really matter what the name is here. Under the variable value, click X1 at the top. Now we're going to be using maths functions here. When you're using maths functions within make, you actually can't type them out, you have to select them from the list. So what I want to do is I want to use the round function. I then want to go with the mouse back inside the brackets. I want to use the variable which is random multiplied by 10,000. Now the reason I'm doing the multiply by 10,000, this is to get a 4-digit PIN code. If you want a longer PIN code or shorter or whatever it happens to be, you can change the number there. The number that is generated is a random number between 0 and 1, basically. So 0.1111111, for example. So I want to turn that into a 4-digit number. That's why we're using the round function, so we make it to a round whole number, and that's why we're doing the times by 10,000. So if I now click OK, I want to add a final module. That's going to be my webhook again, and I want to use the webhook response. Status is fine, 200. I need to put a body in here because I need to get the pin code back into DocuWare that I send. So come into here, give it a body, give it a name, can be whatever you want again. As the second part of the JSON now, I want to map it up to the generated code. So click on the generated code, speech mark to close the JSON, squirrely mark to finish it all off. Click OK. That's my make.com config fully configured now. Remember to turn it on in the scheduling and then click save when you're ready. Now, if we go back to DocuWare, if I click send, as you can see in the response, I get a response of 4455. What I can now do is if I data assign, click plus, click the pencil, you'll see from the JSON path, I can pick the value from the JSON that I want to use. So if I click my generated code and click OK, I want to pass it to a document index field, and I want to put it into the pin code index field. Click OK again. Now, whenever I store a document, make.com is going to generate a random pin code for that document. Now, what's really cool about this and what you can do using standard DocuWare functions is you can now choose how long that pin code is valid for. So I could use a time delay here, and any pin code I generate, I want to leave valid for 2 minutes. So I'm going to say delay 2 minutes. Under the wait for, I'm going to change it to 2 total minutes. Click OK. What that's going to do is make the DocuWare workflow stop and pause for 2 minutes. Nothing's going to happen, nothing's going to move on the document or anything. It's just going to sit there waiting for the 2 minutes to be up. And now I've got a choice. After that 2 minutes, I could send it back to the make pin to generate a new pin, or this might be a one-time use pin code, and I want that pin to be wiped, never able to be seen or used again. So I can now go into here, create a task called clear pin code. Destination type is my index field. Pin code variable. Fixed entry of blank. Set it all up. Save and publish my workflow. And now what's going to happen is when a document is stored, Make is going to generate the 4-digit PIN for me. That 4-digit PIN is now active for 2 minutes. After the 2 minutes, DocuWare is then going to clear the PIN code, making it no longer valid and no longer able to be used. There we have it, a real super quick demonstration on how you can use make.com to generate unique PIN codes for one-time access and all of the DocuWare components that are required for that. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Please also don't forget to drop me a message if there's anything else you'd like me to cover, any other use cases you'd like me to run through, or if you find these videos helpful, then as I say, just drop a thumbs up and just let me know that you're enjoying the content. Thanks again. Cheers. Bye.